Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I greatly appreciate you tuning in. Got something a little different today. We got some cedar. Yeah. Had to double check. I've had a lot of cypress here lately, but that's actually cedar. Yeah. Okay. This is an odd job. They're all short. They're 6 foot long. This is a small one. There's two more bigger ones sitting right here over my shoulder. Now, let's get through the intro and we'll come back and talk about this just a second. So, hang on. Okay, guys, appreciate you tuning in. What we got today is 3 big cedar logs. They're big diameter, but they're short. They're only 6 foot long. They can be a little cumbersome to get a hold of on your wood miser, so be careful. My customer dropped these off, a local tree guy, and we're sawing them for his customer. They wanted 2-inch live edge slabs, or excuse me, 2-inch square edge slabs for coffee tables such as that. Asked him what he wanted. He said, whatever you can get. So that's about the amount of instructions I got. So we'll try to square this up, and anything we can make a 2x4, 2x6, 2x8, something like that, we'll take it. But I'm trying to shoot for 16, 18, 20-inch wide slabs right out of the middle of it, what I can get. So they're making coffee tables, end tables, stuff like that. Now, how do you charge? Now, when we're sawing 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x8s, 1x10s, you know, it's real easy. Right the board foot, away we go. You know, I don't charge them anything extra unless we hit nails, or if their logs are undersized or oversized. Now, if a guy drops off a semi-load of 45-inch logs, you know, he's gonna get an extra charge because I'm gonna have to handle them. They're too big. If he drops off a triaxle load of 8-inch round poles, he's probably gonna get an extra charge on that too, because you know we gotta run a business, we gotta maintain a profit margin. Now what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna cut it, and he's gonna get a little charge for undersize. But to be fair to them, I'm gonna cut it, keep track of my time, and I'll multiply my time by my hourly rate, and then I'll multiply the board feet by my board foot charge, and add in the you know, under length charge to that, and we'll see where we're at. Because you know, I have to run a business. This is not charity work. This is paying work, and I'm not gonna sit here and make half what I normally make doing a specialty job when I could be out there sawing 2x6s all day, rocking up the board feet. It's not being mean, not being rude. It's just being honest and be upfront with your customer. Tell them that, you know. And you get a good reputation for being fair, or you get a bad reputation for not being fair. And none of us want that, you know. And it's always best to tell a customer up front if it's something out of the unusual. Hey man, those logs are too big. I'm gonna have to spend hours out here with a chainsaw, or I'm gonna have to split them with gunpowder, or I'm gonna have to put them up here and stop sign them, you know. Just be honest, tell them up front. There's something wrong with the material they brought. It's either too big, too small, or too short. I don't typically charge extra for overlong. You know, I should probably, anything beyond 16 feet. But now if I go beyond what my mill will hold, you know, we have milled some 24-foot hemlock for a guy. And he paid extra because it took like 4 hours to mill one log. Now, it was a big log, don't get me wrong. But still, between dragging it back and forth on the mill, making 24-foot cuts, he paid extra for that, and he knew it up front. But he was happy with it. It was a fair price, and it saved him hauling it 4 hours to Raleigh to somebody else he knew that that would at least attempt to do it. So let's quit talking about it. Let's get to work. I'm by myself this morning. I'll say a prayer for Matthew. He had to go get a crown. Ooh. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. Wasn't no fun. But I'm gonna work through these. I'll probably have some slabs I set over here to the side to either run through the edge, or if they're short enough, I run through the edge, or narrow enough. If they're too wide, I might have to put them back on the mill. So I'm gonna drop you on time lapse, and I'm gonna get to work. Woo! Turn the fan back up. It's got hot. Okay guys, I brought you outside because I did not want to turn the fans off. Gosh, it gets so hot in there so quick. If you watch that last clip, I really struggled getting that thing squared up because it was real big on one end, a little smaller on the other end. I actually had to set it off the mill, roll it, then set it back up there. That's a lot safer than letting it roll off and then have to pick it back up. That's another safety tip. When you're doing oddball stuff, or anytime, don't let anybody on this side of the mill, you know, kids, grandkids, unexperienced help, because one little slip with that claw and that log will roll right off. Now we keep a tractor sitting there, so it's not going to go far, but if you're standing between the mill and the tractor, you're going to get run over, and we don't want that to happen to nobody. Okay, I saw the smallest log first. I did it backwards. Then the medium size one, and this is the biggest one. But I don't think it will be near as aggravating as the one I just sawed because it has less taper. It's big, but it's pretty much equally big on both ends. So getting close to lunchtime, I'm gonna try to get it up there, get it finished. You seen I got all those 2-inch boards sorted, stacked. I edged a few to make the stack work out real good. I was gonna do all live edge, all square edge, but that log had so much taper in it. If I'd have squared it up, I'd have thrown another 30% of the log away. I'm gonna send it to them like that. If they can build coffee tables, they got a skill saw, and they can make it there if they need to, or they can use it like it is. There were some very beautiful pieces with live edge, either all the way down both sides or down one side. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. They can always make it smaller. Wood, when you cut it off, you know, you can put it back, but it's a lot of effort to put it back. So I'll get you set back up in there, and we'll pick up this log and get it done. We'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm gonna talk real loud so you can hear me. I'm not turning the fans off. We did pretty good. 3 logs, got through about 2.5 of them before we found some nails, so they're hard to see, but they're right there. Now I get to dig them out. Look for more because they're normally in pairs or clusters, but somebody had a 16-penny nail holding something on there. Almost looks like an old clothesline, but hard to gauge. Okay, we get a new blade on here and we'll get back to sawing. Proper blade tension, guys. You never know. The blade we just dulled, I had it set at 20 thousandths. Took that blade off, put this one on, and it was at 30. There's that much difference in the length of your blade, so very critical you check each and every one. Okay, guys, I hope you found that helpful. These little short logs can be very treacherous. That last one wasn't too bad because it was kind of equally dimensioned, but that middle log was a challenge because it was so small on one end. As I try to roll it, it'd try to raise up and do all kind of crazy things. So it can be done. Just be careful with it. Let's go over this cedar. We ended up with 540 board feet. It took me exactly an hour and a half from the time I started to finish it. So, you know, we was talking about doing it whether by the board foot or by hourly. The board foot is adequate. Unfortunately, I will have to charge him for a blade. We hit that nail you seen. Normally, if I can repair it and reuse it, I'll give him a break. But it ripped the teeth slam off that one. Must have been a case hardened nail. So I broke it, threw it out there in the gone pile. So they're gonna get a $30 charge for a blade. That's what it costs me to replace them, and they're told that up front. If I hit foreign material, ruin a blade, that's what it costs. You know, if it's something real nice, like some walnut or something like that, you know, I may ask them. I mean, because a lot of times I find walnut with a lot of nails. I said, how many blades you want me to spin before I give up? 1, 2, 3. Because I have sawed some beautiful maple and used 3 or 4 blades because I kept finding nails. But the wood was so beautiful, it was worth it. So we'll leave that up to the customer. So we'll have, there'll be a little charge for nails, and there'll be a little extra charge for being oversized and short. Because I'm not going to do this kind of work for free. I'll just tell you people, that's a lot of hard work. Them slabs are 20 inches wide. That last board, I made them as wide as I could get them. My back hurts. It's cedar, but it's still heavy, and I'm working by myself this morning. But we did all right. I mean, you gotta manage your own business to where you're profitable, but you're fair. And I can go to the house and eat dinner and be perfectly fair with what I charge them. So, you got any questions on sawing this kind of stuff, please ask them. I'll do my best to try to answer them. Some things are easy, some things are not. It's all dangerous, but some things are extremely dangerous. And these short, oversized logs, you know, can be. I've had them roll off the mill numerous times, trying to figure, you know, down there with the claw and the clamp and trying to maneuver it, and it gets away from you, and there it is, it's on the ground. So just be careful, people. As always, we was running a Wood-Mizer Turbo 7. I run 45 thousandths blade on these. That's adequate for a real soft cedar. We buy those from Joe Main at Industrial Cutting Tools. I can't tell you enough, guys. If you need any blades, you got questions about blades, you have any issues with blades, I read all the comments on the Wood-Mizer Facebook page I can, and there's lots of people having problems with blades. And I can't answer. If you'll go in our playlist, you'll see some videos on blades. Go back and watch them. They're a great resource, because I can't answer your question on Facebook Marketplace or on Facebook. It's just too many variables that people ask a simple question, but that's not a simple answer. Why is my mill not cutting straight? There's 50 different things it can be, and you know, people give you a suggestion, but you kind of need to know all of them so that you can chase the problem down. Because it could be blades, it could be blade tension, it could be your mill setup, you're sawing too fast, you're sawing too slow. There's just numerous amounts of things. But like I say, we got several good videos on that to help you chase the problem. I will recommend, if you don't have a blade gauge tool, you're not resharpening. I didn't have one for years. Buy you one. Wood-Mizer sells them, or you can go on eBay and buy one. A little simple dial indicator that you can measure the set on your teeth. Because you got to imagine you got 3 rows of teeth. You got a right one, a center one, and a left one. And they will saw at about 80 degrees. They'll saw at 10 degrees. They'll saw at 40 degrees. Preferably around 22, around that mark, 22, 25. But they will not saw at 10 and 40. They will not saw. It's just like a chainsaw gets sharp on one side, it's going to cut that way. So I highly recommend, if you're having blade problems, buy that tool, and you can check your blades, whether you sharpen them, Wood-Mizer sharpen them, or somebody else resharpen them, or they're brand new. Because I have had brand new blades that were set wrong. And that'll help you more than anything chasing that blade problem. So, like I said, give Joe Main a call. He actually, when I was having that problem, he helped me out. You know, I was pulling my hair out. Couldn't get it to run right, Ended up just about a bad box of blades. They was set like 10 or 12 and 30. Ain't no way they'd run. But he helped me get through that. Never had talked to him before, but he helped me work through that process. I actually dealt with Wood-Mizer Corporate, their blade guy. We worked through it, and everything's better. So, also, don't forget about Solomon, Third Beard Fishing. Him and Matthew do all our videos. I think they do an excellent job. It's Greek to me. They won't let me learn. And I'm not going to bother them about learning, but I do appreciate them doing them. Solomon has his channel, Third Beard Fishing. He also has Eastern Florida Pythons, and they're supposed to link his graphic design business as well, 525 Design. If you want a logo, you know, he designed our logo. He did all that work. Give him a shout. They'll be glad to help you out. Real world, phone's ringing. That's gonna do it, guys. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you back in the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.